It's time to play everybody's favorite game show, Who Wants to Be a Dungeon Master? And here's our host, Mr. Hasbro!
Hello everybody, my name is Mr. Hasbro, and I'll be your host for tonight's special episode of Who Wants to Be a Dungeon Master? In this special edition of Who Wants to Be a Dungeon Master, we have a new contestant. Dungeon Master extraordinaire, FlutesLoot, steps into the hot seat. Can they rise to the occasion and claim the coveted title of Dungeon Master? Or will our dungeon prove too treacherous? Only time will tell. Make sure you play along and keep track of your own score so you can let us know if you were able to beat our contestant. As a reminder for our contestants at home, you are given 3 lifelines, each of which you can use once. The definitely never used before 50-50, which will take away 2 incorrect answers, leaving you with only 2 possible choices. The classic Ask the Audience or Phone a Friend, which is pretty self-explanatory. And the final lifeline is Are Ya Feelin' Lucky, where you can make one Google search with no limitations, but you must use the I'm Feeling Lucky feature or the first non-sponsored link. But with that out of the way, let's see if FlutesLoot has what it takes to be a Dungeon Master. Question 1. Easy question, starting off. First 4. What kind of breath weapon does a silver dragon have? He's got the face already.
I think it's cold.
Okay, the options are A, cold, B, poison, C, acid, or D, lightning.
Oh, the only one, the other one I was wondering if it is lightning.
Yeah, yep.
But silver. So there's the white dragon, which is cold.
Uh-huh.
So what's lightning? There's the blue dragon that does lightning. So if it's not chromatic, we're going silver. Which one is the lightning though? Silver dragon.
You're on the right
I'm gonna go
track.
with cold.
You're going with cold? Final answer?
Yeah. Final answer.
Final answer?
Yes.
You're correct! The first answer. Silver dragons do in fact have cold breath.
Oh, good.
Yeah. I know. As soon as you throw in chromatic dragons, it gets really tricky. Because, or no, not chromatic, metallic dragons. Everyone knows chromatic because everyone's fighting the chromatics, but no one knows metallics off the top of their heads.
I feel that.
Yeah. All right, next one. Here is a lore question, a relatively basic lore question, but one question that might be difficult nonetheless. Question 2. Which of the following is not one of the layers of the 9 hells? Yeah, I love the faces you make. We have A, Azagrat, B, Dis, C, Nessus, and D, Stygia.
Oh boy. Yeah, so I've never played through the 9 hells. I haven't done Avernus.
Oh no, I got him on question 2.
Yes. Can you give me a 50-50 on this one?
Sure. It is either A, Azagrat, or D, Stygia.
Stygia. Interesting.
Stygia. I could very well be pronouncing that wrong.
Because I play Dota 2.
Ah.
Stygia is a thing in there, like the Stygian Desolator item. So is that... I feel like that's going to be like from your Warcraft days, because that's where Dota came from.
Okay.
So I'm going to guess it's not Stygia, which I think is what I have to figure out, which one is not in the 9 hells.
So which one is not one of the 9 hells?
Okay. What I just explained is the best I got, so I'm going to go with Stygia.
You're going to go Stygia?
Yep.
All right. Brr, it was Azagrat.
No. As I said, I was like, Azagrat sounds like it might be just like some Underdark place.
So, actually, Azagrat, this one's kind of a tricky one because Azagrat is actually in the Abyss. So, it is legitimate. Stygia, I think Stygia is the frozen wasteland of the 9 hells, I think.
Oh,
I could be wrong. But Azagrat is the layers of the Abyss that's ruled by Grats.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Gotcha. All right, you no longer get the trophy. I don't have to send it to you. So I'm off the hook now. Now we just need to see how cool you are. So
I'm sad that I wasted my 50-50 on that one, but let's go.
I'll give it back to you because it was a waste. So you have your 50-50 back. Okay?
Okay, sure.
There we go. All right, next up. There are 8 official schools of magic in 5th edition. and none of them are more well known than Evocation. Which of the following is not an Evocation spell? Is it A, Acid Arrow, B, Cure Wounds, C, Acid Splash, or D, Light?
That's gonna be Acid Splash. That one's Conjuration.
That is correct. Wow, right off the bat. Okay, that was fast. I thought Cure Wounds would have been a tricky one, I guess not. I guess you know your schools of magic better than I do, because I did not think of that. Because I
played a Conjuration wizard and I picked Conjuration cantrips only. And Acid Splash was one of them.
See, there we go. Your random trivia knowledge is coming into play here.
Yeah.
Okay. Question 4. The spectator is a lesser beholder with 4 available eye rays. Which of the following is not an eye ray available to them? Is it A, a charm ray, B, a confusion ray, C, a wounding ray, or D, a paralyzing ray?
I'm gonna go with D, paralyzing ray.
You sure? Final answer?
That's if it's a lesser beholder, and they take paralysis pretty seriously. Those game designers. So I don't think I would have that one. So I'm going with that one.
You're wrong. Yeah, it's actually charm ray.
Charm.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so.
Shucks.
I actually looked this up that was one of the last questions I added to this. I was originally gonna make it a beholder one, but I figured beholder rays. I mean, I would have just had to pull up a random name to not have it there. But yeah, they don't have a charm ray. They have a fear ray instead.
Oh.
The only damaging one they have is, I guess, wounding ray. So yeah, surprise to me. All right, here we go. Now we're on to the medium difficulty questions. You're already 50-50. I believe. Actually, this one, you could probably get this one.
Onward and upward from here. Here we go.
I believe in you. I think you're going to get a passing grade. 100%. No doubt. Question 5.
B's get degrees.
They do. So do C's and D's. I learned that in
D's
college. Yeah.
Me too.
Anyways, question 5. Mephits come in all shapes and sizes. Well, 6 shapes and sizes. Which of the following is not a type of mephit? A dust mephit, a steam mephit, a fire mephit, or a magma mephit?
That's gonna be a fire mephit, because they're always like a mix and they're not just like a straight element.
Is that your final answer?
Yes.
Bada bing, you're correct! A fire mephit is not a thing! There we go. Look at that. You're already onward and upward. You know. Oh man, I am looking forward to.
I can do this.
I'm looking forward to your faces on these lore questions, man. Holy snot. All right, question 6. Which of the following cantrips is not on the Bard's spell list? Mage Hand, Guidance, Thunderclap, or Dancing Lights?
Guidance.
Got your final answer?
Hold on. So it was Mage Hand,
Guidance, Thunderclap, or Dancing Lights?
Dancing Lights. It's definitely A or B in my mind. Mage Hand or Guidance. In my mind, Guidance is just a cleric spell, and there was one bard that gets access to it. Maybe it's spirits. Yeah, I'm gonna go. Is that the trick?
So I'm gonna say it's not subclass specific. It is just in general the bard. So
okay, I'm going with Guidance.
Guidance. All right, you're correct.
Yes.
There we go. Look at that. 2 for 2 on the medium questions. We're going up, moving up in the world there, Jordan.
Yeah.
Okay. Question number 7. What is the CR of a lich when found in its lair? Is it 18, 19, 21, or 22?
I believe that is 18. Final answer.
Final answer? Incorrect! Yeah,
No.
so believe it or the 18 is a... it's like a demi-lich, I think, is 18. The full lich is not is 21, believe it or not, and in its lair it's a 22. That was the face I made.
What?
That was the face I made. Yeah, I am dead serious.
That's so not right.
Right? Like, I look at the stat block and I'm like, okay, they do have these dangerous spells and whatnot, but 20, 21, 22 is crazy. I mean, feel free to check my math here, friend. Like, I could very well be incorrect in some of these, but I did utilize a particular website that I should be able to trust.
I trust you, but I do want to see it for myself now, because I thought the regular lich was like 13. So I thought like, oh, layer, bump it up to so now I just pulled up my, oh my gosh, you're right.
Right? Isn't that crazy? Doesn't that blow your mind? I know, right? This is kind of the reaction I had when they released Vecna stat block at like a 26 challenge rating, and I was like, "You're kidding me, right?" Like, I don't know, whatever. What do I know? I'm just some scum working in the basement.
I've even used liches, and I guess it's so wrong that in my head I've just artificially lowered it.
Mm-hmm.
So...
Well, to be fair though, if you have an experienced party with a lich, like. And it's just them versus the lich, man. If you have a spellcaster with counterspell or dispel mat or anything, it's not even a fight. I throw liches against like my level 12 parties, like it's insane. But yeah,
same.
It's I was really surprised by that as well. So that one I was expecting to a little bit of at least hesitation on, but you were pretty confident in the 18 there.
Yeah, I just picked the lowest one.
Yeah, that's fair. Moving on to question 8. All right, at what level do rogues gain the blind sense feature? Is it 13, 14, 15, or 16?
I believe that is at level 13. Final answer.
You're
Is it 15?
No, it's 14.
14?
Yeah, at 13
Okay.
They get an archetype feature.
Oh, I'm a fool. I need to slow down.
Yeah, your overconfidence is killing you, man. I'm telling you. I am grading this, and I will put this on the fridge. So you're on blast right now. If this goes live and we publish this, you're gonna get destroyed. Everyone's gonna. Excuse me. Did you know that the Lich is a 22.5 CR rating? We're both gonna get blasted anyways. Whatever.
Oh yeah, for sure. But that's gonna bug me because if you had asked me when the rogue gets its subclass features, I would have known 3, 9, 13, 17.
I did blind sense.
I still got it wrong because I didn't stop to think about it. So,
I did blind sense because it was the least probably impactful thing that they get that wasn't an archetype. You know,
when you said that, when does the rogue get, I was really confident, and then you said blind sense, and I said he picked the best one for this question.
Yep, I did. I was like, I know my audience here. This guy knows his rogues. You taught me about the freaking sneak attack thing that rogues have. Like, you're the rogue guy I think of when I think of rogues. That's you.
I hope that doesn't change for you from this.
You know what?
I want to stay the rogue guy.
You don't know about blind sense is just, honestly, it's detrimental to my entire viewpoint of you. So, and I think
it should be detrimental to people's viewpoint of blind sense because it effectively doesn't.
Because it doesn't matter. Yeah, yeah, it's fair. All right, now we get the hard questions, and a lot of these, a good chunk of these are going to be lore questions, with like important figures. Random facts about history of like, generally I stuck to the Forgotten Realms lore, so most of it's going to be in there, but we'll see where this goes and takes us. Question number 9, the first hard question. As a child, the Lich Asarak was chased out of his home by a mob of angry villagers due to his infernal heritage as a Cambrian, but was saved thanks to the intervention of an unlikely passerby. Who was this passerby? Was it A. Gratz, B. Vecna, C. Lord Soth, or D. Cass?
I'm gonna ask Lee on this one.
Sure. Yeah, definitely. The hint is the unlikely passerby that did help Acererak as he was being chased out of his home as a child was someone who, this might not have been the reason why they did this, but someone who had a similar history to Acererak and was had experienced something similar as a child.
Can you say the options one more time?
Sure. It's Graz, Vecna, Lord Soth, or Cass. Cass the Betrayer.
So yeah, Cass is the one who betrayed Vecna. There's the sword of Cass cut off the hand of Vecna. Lord Soth is from Dragonlance, so I'm not going to guess that one. Grazit?
Graz, the Demon Prince, yeah.
Graz is it. I don't recall his history. I'm trying to recall Vecna's history, because he had a childhood thing, but I don't remember him being like a pariah or bullied. I'm gonna use that 50-50.
Sure.
You can go with Vecna.
Yeah, you're correct! You're correct! Wow! Woo. Yeah, actually, Vecna had something similar. Not the exact same historical background as Acererak, but he was actually, I believe he was chased out of the city of Fleece when he was younger. And then he went back to gain revenge against the city, and Acererak helped him siege the city, which is a whole, like, full circle. Acererak helps Vecna siege the city. Vecna gets really hurt. Acererak saves Vecna, but because Vecna gets really hurt somehow, I don't really know how, it was all a ploy by Acererak to get into Vecna's good side. Vecna found out, said, you know what? Piss off, go hang out in the swamp. Tomb of Horrors, bada bing, and then he promotes Cass to his general.
Oh.
That's weird, weird history, right?
Yeah,
and that's...
I've even with Tomb of Annihilation in my past, I didn't know that. So.
I mean, that is all according to the wiki, so could be wrong, but I mean, it makes sense. So let's go with that. Yeah, exactly.
I got my points. I'm happy.
You got your points. Yeah, you're doing better.
It only cost me 2 lifelines. That's okay.
That was 1 lifeline, didn't? Oh, you're right. It did cost you 2 lifelines. Shit. Never mind. Anyways.
But one of them was a refund from earlier, so it's probably
That's true. Question 10. If a wizard attempts to become a lich and fails, they might turn into what creature? An atropol, a bone claw, a skull lord, or an alhoon?
A bone claw. Final answer.
Going too quick? Are you sure?
I ran a 1-shot based on that monster.
Bada bing, you're correct. It is a bone claw. Dude, I love bone claws. They're one of my favorite monsters.
So cool.
Yeah.
I love describing them, just raking things with those huge claws.
I got a mini I actually learned about bone claws because I got a mini in one of those packs. And I'm like, that looks sick. I want to run that. So
yeah,
it's so damn cool.
Rightfully so. The lore was really cool. It was fun to run that monster. Highly recommend it to all you viewers.
100%.
It's in what? It's in the. Is that the multiverse monster book that it's from?
I don't ask me where the hell something's from, man. I don't know.
It was a newer one. It was a newer one.
Yeah, but it's one of my cool mid-tier monsters that I love to bring out.
Excellent choice.
Excellent. And it's super dangerous, too. I'd argue it's more dangerous than a lich, realistically speaking, with some of its abilities. Anyways, moving on to number 11. Fireball is arguably the most popular 3rd level spell in all of 5th edition, maybe even the most popular spell. Which of the following spells is also a 3rd level spell? Is it A, Elemental Bane, B, Tidal Wave, C, Ice Storm, or D, Stone Skin?
That's gonna be Tidal Wave. Final answer.
Yeah, you sure?
Yes.
Okay, bada bing, look at that. Another one. You've gotten all of the hard questions correct so far. Man, we should have started with these.
It's just like I prophesied from your other video. I got all the hard ones.
Yeah, you literally did tell me that, actually. Question number 12. Where the elemental planes meet exists 4 minor planes known as the para-elemental planes. Which of the following is not a name for one of the para-elemental flames? The Great Conflagration, the Fountains of Creation, the Swamp of Oblivion, or the Frozen Peaks?
Man, I've not really looked at the names of those. I can picture them all on the like planar map.
Yeah.
Elemental planes are fun.
I actually didn't know this until I made the question too, so.
Okay. I'm gonna do the Are You Feeling Lucky Lifeline on this one.
Sure, you do it. It's a really fun.
Okay, so it's fandom, dungeonsanddragons.fandom.com, para-elemental plane, and a list of them. Okay. Whoa, it's like forcing me to scroll down. Stop. Something is called the Plane of Cold, Frost Fell, Great Conflagration, Fountains of Creation. Okay, so it was the Peaks one from your options.
The Frozen Peaks.
Frozen Peaks should actually be called Frost Fell.
Bada bing, you are correct. You've gotten all the hard ones correct. Wow. That was a tough one. Because all of those para-elemental planes are like combinations of the elements around them, right? So yeah. I kind of had to do the frozen one because honestly the other ones are kind of I feel like obvious.
That was the one that stuck out to me. I was like, if I had to guess, I would have picked that one. It seemed like you changed the name for it or something. But. Yeah,
I learned all about, and then there was like quasi-elemental planes, and I was like, that's way too deep for me, man. I don't even know my elemental planes. All right, I just my Avatar: The Last Airbender. Leave me alone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, my favorite one is the mud one because its lore is there's like tons of magic items that have gotten stuck in the mud over the years.
Oh, that's super cool.
Yeah,
that could be a really cool like one shot or not even a one shot, but it's like a little mini adventure. Like find something that got lost. Cool. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I did an adventure once based on those para-elemental planes and like summoning Dweeblex, and I thought Dweeblex kind of fit well with the mud.
Oh my god, I hate that guy, but I love that guy at the same time. Just anything about oozes, man, is just a win for me.
I like oozes.
Yeah, ever since have you played Out of the Abyss?
No.
Okay.
Wait, sorry, no. Yes, I was thinking of Avernus. I have played Out of the Abyss, yes.
Okay, well, spoiler alerts if you have not watched or played Out of the Abyss. As soon as I met Glabagul, do you know Glabagul?
I'm trying to remember who that is, but yes.
Okay. Well, as soon as I met that character from it, I was sold on oozes. They're my favorite thing in the world now. But, all right, now we move on to the impossible questions. Now, these are pure lore-based questions or history-based questions. And
I think I'm out of lifelines, right?
I think you did Feeling Lucky. You did 50. Yeah, you're out of lifelines.
All right, it's all me.
Yeah, it's all you. You're left alone with the last 4 questions. We're on question 13 now. Shar, the neutral evil goddess of darkness and loss, is the twin counterpart sister to which chaotic good deity? Is it Soon, the goddess of beauty, Saloon, the goddess of the moon, Lyra, the goddess of joy, or Timora, the goddess of good fortune?
Say the name of the one in question.
The Shar, the goddess of darkness and loss.
Okay. And then Saloon, goddess of the moon, was one of the choices.
Yes. There's Soon.
That seems to fit. I'm gonna go with Saloon.
Saloon, goddess of the moon.
Answer.
You locking that in?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
You're correct. It is Saloon, goddess of the moon. Yeah. Shar is also known as the one of the goddesses of darkness and like nighttime, effectively. I don't know if you probably don't know the lore, but both of them came into existence and they had like a huge fight between the two of them. And it was really, it's really cool lore. If you are interested in deity stuff, I really suggest looking at Shar and Saloon because they got some cool history. And I don't think I included the other question. Yeah. So yeah. Anyways, yeah, Saloon, correct. Yeah. All right. Moving on to question 14. What was the first published D&D campaign setting? Was it A, Faerun, B, Greyhawk, C. Blackmore, or D. Ravenloft?
Blackmore. Final answer.
Wow, you're correct. That was really quick. Yep. I thought you were gonna say Greyhawk. Holy snot! How'd you know that so fast?
I was once on a stream for the DM roundtable with like AJ, Josiah, Fred. Oh, who else was on it? Sorry to whoever I'm forgetting. There was one other person. It was Wally, and we talked a lot about Blackmore, that original campaign, and just about very deep into the history of D&D, and like, was Gary Gygax really the inventor of D&D?
Yeah,
we had like a little bit of a debate after studying out, and I was Blackmore. I really remembered it, so I was like, it's that one. Let's go with that.
Yeah.
The only thing I wasn't confident about is if it was actually a published setting or just the name of the campaign. So it could have tricked me, but I was fortunate it wasn't a published setting for this question.
It's interesting because the D&D trivia, like literally D&D Wizards of the Coast like Trivial Pursuit states that Greyhawk is the first published D&D setting, but it is actually in fact Blackmore. In Blackmore is Dave Arnson's personal setting that they published 5 years before Greyhawk went out. So
yeah,
Wizards of the Coast is actually wrong on that one. Anyway, so the more you know. And I triple checked that because I was like, no way, they'd probably be wrong.
I guess the victors write the history and they say it's Greyhawk, but people rebel against that.
That's what I'm saying, man. I just write my questions and hope for the best. And so far, you've done damn good on the last 6 questions. So maybe they're not so impossible. Question 15. Tarsus' Folly was a catastrophic event which resulted in the destruction of many of the Netherese floating cities. However, 3 of these cities were saved. Which of the following cities survived the initial fall of Netheril? Was it A. Anaria, B. Jixter, C. Orbidal, or D. Salunara?
So I definitely have no idea this one.
Okay.
But Colby, D4, he and his friends played Tales of Anaria. And I wish I knew more about that campaign, because maybe that would have signaled it to me, or maybe they just used the name. I don't know. But because that's the only frame of reference I have, that is going to be my final answer for this question, Anaria.
You're fucking correct. Oh my god.
Thanks, Colby.
Holy snot. Yeah, dude, I did not expect you to get that one of all the questions. That was the one I did not expect. Oh my goodness. Yeah, all of your like, you're pulling into the recesses of your memories here to pull this random information out. This is great. You are 7
the
for
easier
7.
questions humbled me, and so now I'm really trying to calculate my answers.
I'm like low-key, unironically, incredibly impressed so far. You messed up like this Azagrat, but you got Anaria. What the heck? All right, cool.
I'm still salty about the rogue question. That's the only one I regret.
Yeah, I mean, I purposely tried to strip you up on that one, so
I was clearly prideful on that one. Clearly, pride was my fault.
You hit the buzzer before I even said blind sense. You just knew. Question 16. The goddess of magic has had a difficult time in the pantheon, having died and reincarnated a multitude of different times. Which of the following powerful beings has never had a hand in any of the goddess's deaths? Is it A. Helm the Watcher, B. Cyric the Prince of Lies, C. Karsus the Momentary God, or D. Bane the Blackhand?
I will say I do not know, so I'm trying to calculate. My instinct says it is Helm. Man, I had a character when I played Out of the Abyss. He was evil, and his god was Bane. And I'm trying to remember the lore around that. If Bane had anything to do, it was too long ago. The goddess, her name is Mistra, right?
It was Mistra. And then it was also Mistral.
At least at one point.
It was Mistral,
Yeah.
Midnight, Mistra. There's multiple reincarnations depending upon where you look. It's honestly, her lore's a mess.
Yeah. Because I remember shadows of how her lore matters and how it like got rid of like 10th level and above spells from like all that stuff and how it changed things.
Yeah, that's correct.
So who had a hand in it? So Helm the Watcher, like I'm thinking of the Order of Watchers, the Paladin subclass and faction, and how they guard against like extraplanar things and the abuse of magic. So I'm gonna open it up and think that maybe he had a hand in it at some point. Maybe they had to deal with something. So that was my first instinct, but I've talked myself out of it. Cyric, God of Lies. I mean, that sounds like someone who kills another god.
Yeah, it definitely does.
And then you also gave the momentary god, which was Karthus? Karsus, the momentary god. I don't know about Karsus, but being a momentary god, it seems like you might take a god down with you.
Possibly.
And then the fourth one, who was it? Again, it was Bane.
It was Bane the Black Man, yeah.
You know,
I love watching your logic here. It's actually really interesting to hear your logic this out.
Yeah. I think I'm gonna go with Bane. I think it seems like he'd be in there because he's an evil god. Him with like his hand. I just don't remember anything about like he's about like conquest and that kind of stuff and strength. But I don't think he has beef with the god of magic, goddess of magic. So I'm going with Bane.
So you think Bane did not have a hand in any of Mistra's deaths?
Even though his thing is literally a hand?
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to go with Bane.
Final answer?
Yes.
You just went 8 for 8 on the last 8 questions. Literally. I cannot believe that. Your logic was impeccable. And the fact that you didn't even know the lore, but you went through logical conclusions to actually come up to the right answer is insane. Yeah.
I knew just enough about Bane from that character, my cleric. I think that helped.
So your logic with Helm was 100% accurate. Like there was, I don't remember exactly why or what happened, but Mistra, I don't know which incarnation, was trying to get past him to tell the most important people about some really bad thing going on in the material plane. Back when they were forced to walk on the realm of man, and she tried to go on up, and Helm's like, "Yo, you can't do that," and she's like, "No, I need to go," and then Helm just freaking killed her because she wouldn't listen.
Wow.
And then he cried about it and made a really valuable gemstone that fell to the ground. Anyways, Cyric, I don't know shit about Cyric. But apparently he was also a part of killing Mistra, and it's really confusing and conflicting information that I get between Helm and Cyric, because apparently she died and reincarnated around the exact same time frame between the two of them, but multiple sources say one thing, multiple sources say the other thing, so I'm like, alright, I read physically that Helm did do this. I also read that Cyric did this on literally Mistra's page, so there's got to be accuracy there, right? It can't be false. And then Karsus was the source of the spell plague. Karsus is the one who made Netheril fall, and
that's him? Okay.
Karsus is the one who cast that spell, and then Mistral sacrificed herself to fix it, which is resulted in those 3 cities being saved because she sacrificed herself and then reincarnated as Mistra, saving those cities, and Bane just Bane. Dude, I cannot believe you just did that. Oh,
it did help a little bit that Karsus was involved in the previous question about the different.
But you didn't even know that. You did not logic that out verbally for me. You just pulled that out, man. You kill it. So, I mean, your end score, you got 12 out of 16. What is that? I'm not a mathematician, but that sounds
75%.
But that's a C. That is a solid C. I will put the chart behind us somewhere on the screen, but he is that level of cool dude. Congratulations on being a insert cool dude level here. Oh, I had a lot of fun with it. This is a lot of fun watching people. Oh man, I can't believe you.
Those
got
are good
all
questions. To everyone who expected more of me, I'm sorry I let my pride get in the way early on. I should have been more humble.
Yeah,
I could have done better.
Everyone tear him apart in the comment section below. Also, while you're doing that, make sure you go over his channel and his website. Go to youtube.com/FlutesLoot, as well as FlutesLoot.com to check out all of your FlutesLoot needs. Super cool guy, deserves all the support in the world that you can possibly give him. Honestly, I'm subscribed to him. I subscribe to his OnlyFans if he had one. He doesn't, but I would if he did, because he just deserves all that love. I might not keep that in there, depending on how comfortable you are with that joke, Jordan. Anyways, thank you for hanging out, everybody. Thank you, Jordan, for coming over and doing this show. I had a blast with you, and hopefully we can do it again, maybe in a live setting if I can figure out the logistics.
Yeah, that would be great. Thank you, Lee. This was a great time.
Yeah, well, that's it for us, everybody. That's all, folks, and remember, have a banana. Bye. Oh no, my computer, what did I do?